Why you do this? Can't we talk about music or anything else that's fun?
Well, let's talk about something fun then.
All right, what? What, a fucking serial killer that killed 43 people?
Let's talk about sex dolls.
All right, and now you're getting into my realm. Okay, let's talk about something fun. Sex dolls. Perfect.
Right. A mom is offering one of the UK's first sex doll rental services. I want to rent a sex doll.
Jesus. I don't know about that.
So she's offering the UK's first sex doll rental services and offers to make bespoke dolls for those seeking comfort after losing a partner by matching their likeness.
Ew. Ew. Are you kidding?
So the sex doll company is making sex dolls to look like your dead wife or your dead girlfriend or something.
You what? You take them a picture or something?
Yeah. And they make a sex doll to make it look like your lost love.
Oh, and then you're fucking your dead wife?
Yeah.
I thought you said this was going to be fun.
What's a sex doll story?
Oh, God. I don't know about all that.
Jade Stanley, 35, says business is booming and now offers the first ever rental service for those looking for comfort after losing a loved one. The married mom of 4 said, "We have a lot of people approaching us who have dolls made that resemble a partner they have lost."
Okay. Could I bring them like a Barbara Eden picture?
You probably could. Yeah.
Or do I have to wait for Barbara Eden to die before I could do that?
Well, no, you just got to tell them that you have dreams of Jeannie.
This is my dead wife.
Mm-hmm.
Guess I can't really prove it's not.
Right. It can be very beneficial for them and helps them keep a piece of their loved one or get a piece of ass of their loved one or the other.
This is just creepy.
It provides them with the comfort, and people don't always buy the dolls for the sordid reasons.
I just can't imagine that if my wife died, that I could go and, once your wife died, once you see her dead in the casket,
yeah,
I can't imagine having some kind of a thought of, you know what, I wish I could still fuck her. And then go into a store and say, "Hey, can you make this for me?" I don't, dude. And then that first time, you get the doll home. It looks like your wife, who you fucking watched take her last breath. You watched her take your last breath, and all of a sudden you're fucking trying to find a way to get your dick hard and stick it in this fucking plastic Georgetta. I don't know about all that.
She just laid there like a dead person, like she always did.
Yeah, I was going to say, not exactly a stretch on the action, but...
She was a dead lay. She still is.
Put her in the freezer and you get the cold deadness of her all over again.
Some cold Ethel.
Can you chill that pussy for me a little bit?
Right.
It's a little too warm at room temperature.
Exactly. See, now you're making this story fun.
What the hell? This whole story is fucked up, though. I mean...
Well, there's a market for everything out there.
All right, now, here's where this gets weird, though. How many weird guys, or how long until weird guy gets their mom?
Ooh.
How long before that becomes a thing?
I don't think that'll take very long.
I think it's got to be right around the corner, don't it?
I would think so.
Some of that weird... Because I'll tell you what, you go to Pornhub or something, there is just tens of thousands of mom fucking son videos.
Right.
Just tens of thousands of them. So I could totally see that some weird dude would be like, "Oh, mom died, but I'm going to get me a fucking... I always wanted to suck mom's tits," or whatever.
Right.
It's like I could just see this going into some ugly, awful places here.
Yeah, but they don't care what you do with the doll.
No, I get that, but boy, talk about something that's not going to be good for strengthening mental health.
Yeah,
this is some weird shit here. Holy cow!
Well, here's a little twist to the story.
Okay.
We even get couples who want to experience a threesome but maybe feel uneasy about seeing their partner with another person.
So it's their dead wife and like their new girlfriend?
It didn't say that. It just said we get couples who want to experience a threesome. They didn't specifically say that the third person looks like somebody.
Might be kind of hot if you have two ex-wives that are dead and fuck both of them at the same time. That might have some appeal.
It's also great for people who maybe feel socially awkward after approaching the opposite sex.
Well, they must have been able to do it at some point. They have a dead wife.
Well, again, she's not specifically keying in on I think she's just looking at the other reasons people buy sex dolls, whether it's they want one to look like somebody or just a sex doll in general.
All right. So with this said, if we got one that looked like Susanna Hoffs, you wouldn't hit that just one time?
I don't know. I don't know how good it would be.
I mean, if it looked pretty close, if it looked pretty good, the only problem they really have is the eyes. If they could find a way to make the eyes look like they have any kind of life in them, would you fuck yourself a Susanna Hoffs doll just once?
Yeah, I'd do it once. Sure, why not?
As long as it was new?
Yeah.
As long as it's new.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want the one that's been rental that's on bonus for
well, that just reminds me of the Archer when he had that girlfriend who was turned into a cyborg or something, that Katya.
Yeah.
And he woke up and her pussy was in the sink.
Wow. The forbidden sexy cousin sex doll. Oh, come on, Rainbow.
The dolls are also for those looking to experiment with multiple people or those with mental health conditions and learning difficulties that may struggle with social situations.
I think a Down syndrome guy would fuck a Rosie doll.
Maybe.
That'd be a good one.
Yeah. Stanley already owns a chain of tanning salons, but was hooked on the idea of sex dolls after reading about the industry in a newspaper article about 18 months ago. Stanley said, I'd seen a lot of press about the dolls and started doing my own research. I was really interested, but found that the competition was mainly offering the dolls in a more sexualized way, and it was quite seedy for their own satisfaction.
As opposed to him who's making them to be dead fucking wives.
Well, he's trying to make it a legitimate sex.
How is that more legitimate?
Because they were married to it. I wanted to approach it from a different angle, more to help people that are seeking comfort, or may find it difficult in a social situation to approach others due to mental health conditions or learning difficulties. There you go. Here's your Down syndrome guy, fucking Rosie. Do
you think maybe she's doing it as a rental? Is that right?
Well, yeah, they do rent them, yes.
Do they have like a think they have like a subscription plan?
Well, maybe they have a layaway plan.
Yeah, layaway plan.
There you go, layaway.
That'd be like nice if you could fuck a different one like every once a week or something.
You switch them out.
Yeah. And I hope you can pay extra for them to clean it instead of you.
Right.
I don't want to clean it. That was the last thing I want to do is be taking a fucking one of those goddamn bottle brushes.
Yeah, bottle brush.
Sticking it up her snapper and
yeah, but
my jizz.
But just don't perforate her bowel and leave her dead.
Yeah, you talk about a nasty cream pie. It comes out on the fucking end of your bottle brush. Ugh. Just gross.
It's an incredibly discreet service, and the ordering process is all done online with delivery straight to your door by a trusted courier. The dolls with the names such as Sienna and Cindy are placed in a large box and delivered by a trusted courier to the customer's front door in what Stanley describes as a discreet, white-glove, two-man service. It's 2 men in a truck.
2 men. 2 men in a cuck.
Yeah, exactly. Once the dolls are returned, here's what you're interested in. To the company, they are thoroughly cleaned.
Yeah, how?
While the artificial vagina is removed. And it's replaced with a new one so that the dolls can be used again. It's just like Katya.
Nice.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, her snatch was in the sink, and Archer just about had a heart attack.
For a couple dollars more, can you keep the old pussy?
Yeah.
Just because you liked it?
Bespoke dolls can cost up to $5,200.
That's really not that expensive.
Well, yeah, you'd spend that on dinners.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and it can be made for any specifications, with customers able to choose the hair color, the eye color, nail color, weight, and even have scars, moles, and tattoos.
Wow. Sounds interesting.
So they could make you a Barbara Eden doll.
That has potential.
Yeah. Businesswoman Stanley says her dolls are booked for the next few weeks.
How weird would it be if you came over to my house at some point and I had like Barbara Eden sitting on the couch?
Well, I would just look at you like that movie.
Well, we'd have stories to tell on the show, wouldn't we?
What's that movie again about the guy and the real doll?
Oh, it was just called like my real doll or something.
No. It was the guy's name and his real doll.
Real doll movie. I forget. It was like Pete and the Real Doll or something.
Something like that.
Lars and the Real Girl.
Yeah, Lars and the Real Girl. Chris and the Real Girl.
Yeah, Chris and the Real Girl. I dream of Plastic Genie.
Right. With the removable snatch.
That's right. Hook up with sex dolls on Tinder. I wouldn't doubt that for a minute that'll become that. Well, don't you think that if they were smart, they would do that? They would develop their app for picking your sex doll.
Yeah.
To order it like Tinder. Swap left, swap right, and then you fucking make a queue of the dolls that you want to fuck. That would be sweet.
She is waiting for a new shipment from her factory in China and hopes to take her company global, as the service is currently only available in the UK.
Think Ozzy Ace could get us a discount on some of this?
Maybe. He makes trips over to China. Maybe they could throw a real doll in with his box of illegal cigarettes.
Ozzy, see if you can get me one for $3,000 and I'll buy the plane ticket for her to sit in.
Right.
See if you can make that happen.
Stanley said, I want to take this worldwide and I have very grand plans. I'm hoping to open an office in Atlanta.
Well, if you need a spokesperson or somebody to try them out.
Right. The market is so big and it isn't going to stop here. We currently are in the process of working with some well-known porn stars to get dolls made that look just like them.
That'd be good.
How about that?
I'd get myself a Casey Parker or a Vanessa Lee.
So what makes the thought of real dolls even a possibility? Because chicks are cunts.
Yeah. That pretty much says it. I know they probably didn't put it in that language, but that's pretty much it.
Guys wouldn't be renting plastic dolls if they could get along with chicks.
Yeah, if chicks weren't such a pain in the ass, we wouldn't want these fucking plastic dolls.
Exactly.
Believe me, the only reason we want them is because there's no voice box. It has only the box that we want, and that ain't your voice, honey.
Right.
It's not your voice.
Exactly.